चक्षुरुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्वापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं तदातीतं पदान्त्यं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीवैष्णवपरगमनं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरदातं साधनरघुनाथं सान्तजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादा साधना ललिता श्रीविशाखांसिता हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत नमस्ते सप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौतम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं मुदीरये नटप्राय सुभद्रेषु नित्यं सेव्या भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिभवन्ति नष्टे कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा। Welcome to morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Just doing part of sevas. I am not qualified. Just today we will be discussing about first canto, chapter 16, sloka number 24. How Parishit received the age of Kali. So you can follow it as we started pronouncing. Idam mama chakshuva tava adimulam vasudhara eva vikarshitasi kalena vate balinam baliyasya surachitam kim kridam amba subhagam saubhagyam idam mama chakshusva tava adimulam vasudhara yena vikarshitasi kalena vata balinam baliyasa surachitam kim kritam amba saubhagyam idam mama chakshusva tava adimulam vasudhare yena vikrashitasi kalena vata balinam baliyasa surachitam kim kridam amba saubhagyam. Word by word meaning idam, this, mama, unto me, chakshuva, kindly inform, tava, your, adimulam, the root cause of your tribulation, vasudhara, O reservoir of all riches, yena, by which vikrashitasi, reduced to much weakness, kalena, by the influence of time, va, or te, your, balinam, very powerful, baliyasa, more powerful, surachitam, adored by the demigods, kim, whether, kritam, taken away, amba, mother, saubhagyam, fortune. Translation and purport by His Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. The translation: Mother, you are the reservoir of all riches. Please inform me of the root cause of your tribulation by which you have been reduced to such a weak state. I think that the power, influence of the time, which conquer the most powerful, might have possibly taken away all your fortune, which was adored even by the demigods. Purpose? By the grace of the Lord, each and every planet is created fully equipped. So not only is this earth fully equipped with all the riches for the maintenance and of its inhabitants, but also when the Lord descends on the earth, the whole earth becomes so enriched with all kind of opulences that even the demigodies of the heaven worship it with all the affection. But by the will of the Lord, the whole earth can at once be changed. He can do and undo a thing by His sweet will. Therefore, no one should consider himself to be the self-sufficient, independent of the Lord. Hare Krishna. So there are some important points we'll be discussing. One other point is that time, kala. Kala will be discussing. Independent of Lord, we'll be going deep into that. And the condition of the earth before and after the Krishna's presence. So these are the points we are taken for the consideration. So when the Dharma is mainly reflecting what he was narrating is all the questions are asked is keeping the mind that before Krishna's present and after Krishna's present, what is the condition of the earth? Why he has reduced to such a weak state? The cow looks very weak state. So means earth is looking very weak state. Okay, the powerful influence of time, because the influence of time is playing major role. So we also, as the day goes, we are also getting old and weak. So similarly, that is the power of the time, kala. So Prabhupada says that by the will of the Lord, the whole atmosphere can be changed. It can be very rich, it can be very draft kind of things. So wealth can be changed. It's all Lord's will, what He want to do it. So no one should have considered the self-sufficient. Okay, I have big house, I have lot of money, I have good job, I have nice family, all self-sufficient. I don't depend, I don't want anything. Nobody can say like that, because we are not independent of Lord. We are totally depending on the whatever we are present is all the Lord's will. So that we have to understand that we are not independent of the Lord's. The problem in the material existence is independent of the Lord's. Okay, our basic problem is I can do it. You just ask anybody, they'll say immediately, I can do it. But nobody say that, okay, I am the servant of Lord. If Lord wishes, I can do it. So this is what the material world influences in the people. But the truth is that we are entirely depending on Krishna, and in all conditions, whether if we are in spiritual world or liberated stage or conditioned stage, whatever state, still we are depending on Krishna only. We are not at all independent. God being the maintainer, He is a maintainer and guardian for us and well-wishers to everybody. He is such a person and He is happily maintaining us. He is one taking care of us. It is not that we ourselves taking care of ourselves. So that is that. He is full of opulences. He has got a lot of things. If we think that why should I depend on Krishna, then that is a foolishness of us. Okay, I want to be independent. If this mentality and all, it is just fooling around ourselves. This is the mentality of the world. This Kali Yuga is like that only. So how they can mistake it, they can be independent. It is not at all possible. They cannot be independent. So once this is what happened in the spiritual world. Once we turn face away from the Krishna, then He said, okay, He created the earth. He sent everybody, oh go, please go down and you can be independent. You can enjoy the world. So we are all came because we created rebellions. Rebellions also earlier also we had this. Rebellions means within the country against the ruling government. So rebels they call generally. So such a thing we did it against the Krishna. So we also want to be enjoyers. So we came. So Krishna created a nice world with all the facilities. It is like father and son. Once the son is got married, they said, no, I want to go separately. I also want to be head of the family. So from the joint family, he is become nuclear family, he goes back. But is the father sends him separately? No, the mother goes with him, arrange everything, nice bed, nice table chair, nice vessels, cooking arrangements, all she will set up, correct? So this practically what the mother can do such a thing, why not call Krishna? So Krishna, when he created that, he just dumped a place where only the sand is there. He created a world where full of all opulences is there. Is there anything shortage in this earth? Everything we get. So we should appreciate the Krishna's how much he is loves, how a mother loves his children, how she is taking care, how she set up, even though they separated from the joint family and want to go, but still, because the times are come, but still they care about the children. So similarly, Krishna also cares about us. So we have to think in that angle. So we are not independent, and how this world is created and how we are behaving. And the best part of is this, actually when we come here in this world, the law of nature rules here. That we have to understand. It is not that okay, we are sent here, the son has gone to independently, he can be luxuriously living and all. He has to pass through the problems like no electricity, no water, what all the nonsenses his father and parents were undergone. He also with no gas connection. So same, because all the similarly in the earth also it is all governed by the law of nature. They cannot go against the law of nature. They have to abide it. If they misbehave, they will get the punishment also. Correct? No, the exploitation of the earth, so much of the cow killing, whatever there, the result they have to also experience it. In Bhagavad Gita says that Maya Prakriti. So he says that Krishna, even the material world is also under the influence of me. So it is not that material world is not independent, it can work. Everything is under influence of Krishna only is happening. So material world is not an independent, earth planet is not an independent. The conditions of the planet is simply because of the human effort. So we'll think that okay, I created this, okay, I invented the car, I invented this, that. All they will say that everything I only did. But it is foolish thing, nothing he created. He removed from here, he put it here. That's all he did. But he didn't bring anything. There was a debate, jokingly they will say that one scientist goes and tells that, okay, I invented this, that, he will debate it with Krishna. Then Krishna says that, okay, this earth is belong to me, all the items are here. You only took it from this place and you made it in some other form. But you didn't do anything, correct? If you thought you want to do separately, then go out of this earth and do something. That is not possible, correct? So this is what is thing. Everything is depending on Krishna only. No one should think that I am independent, self-sufficient, so they can have sufficient so many so if they think started itself, the bad consequence will be affecting us. So it will happen. So that's what is happening. Chinese, they want to invent some virus that corona has come to world fully, everybody affected. So if they go against the law, nature, then everybody gets affected. Because of one person foolishness, the whole world is getting affected. So that is it. So here there are words called Vasudharaya. So all rich, so all riches. That means what happens is when Krishna was present, the whole world, earthly planet was full of rich. Means everything is opulences. If you heard about Bhagavatam, if you read and all, even the temples, Dwarka, where Krishna's palace and all, walls where gems were there. Means all precious. Like now we are putting tiles in our house. We are painting with wallpaper. But those days all pearls will be there. So costly thing. So the earth was so jubilant when Krishna was present. It was so jubilant. Richness was there, and the demigods of other planets, they will come and they will do prayer to earth. Imagine how much is the opulence were there. When Krishna left this place, so he has switched off it. So all gone. So it is the will of the Lord whether to give or take away. Nobody can do anything on this. So that's what Dharma is the form of a bull says that you so much you have become very sad and weak. So earth become very weak, he is saying that. So Vikrasti, why reduced? Vikrasti, see. So that is one. And Surakshitam. So demigods were worshipped. Surakshitam means demigods were come and worship this place. So these are the thing how earth is so jubilant is that. So Krishna is we have to, why we cannot be independent? That is a question will rise. I can be independent, but why it is not possible is say Krishna created the earth. Okay, he has stored the water, but when the water is not moving, then the water becomes septic. Correct? So what he did is he put salt into that. That's why the ocean is salty. So no infections will be there. So much of water. Imagine it. Our tank or bucket is not clean for years together. Then it will become poisonous only. Okay. So the whole world, Earth, planet, all the waters are very preserved because of salt content. And also he created sun so that for drinking and other utility, it absorbs the sea water. Cloud is created and it moves to the mountain and shower rain. And from the mountain, again the river comes and people are able to do agricultural. The water, the clean water, they use it for agriculture, drinking purpose, all the utilities they are using it. So this is the greatness of Krishna. So is it any human being can do anything like this? We can't do anything. So Krishna is so intelligent, he can do that. So then why this is earth is so weak? Because the kings are ruling, they are supposed to rule the government properly so that the citizen can do the devotional. Okay. Kings are not following the, not properly ruling, like Pakistan. So much of trouble. Their people are like Kashmir, before this government came, always fighting. So if we are in that situation, can we do the devotion? No. So that's why the earth is so much of worried about that. So the kings are not properly ruling it. So we have to do that. So that also we should also consider that. So independent, we say that, like a child. Suppose a child, another example, child. Okay, it goes and touches a flame. Okay, then parents, father will tell, don't touch it. It will burn your finger. Okay, so but still now, when father is not there, the child will try to do that nonsense. Okay, it burns out. So similarly, the intelligence are three characters. Three characters we can keep: first class intelligence, second class, and third class intelligence. In the first class intelligence is seeing other falling. Suppose one person is fallen in the pit. Okay, the other person means the vehicle you are going. The first person vehicle is went into bump, thank hump is there or some ditch is there. The next person, will he also go and dump? No, he will take a diversion, correct? Similar, that is called first class. Learning the lesson from others and correcting our oneself. That is the first class intelligence. The second class intelligence is taking the experience of oneself itself. Okay, if I do that, if I touch the electricity, if I put my finger, I'll get shocked. By taking the experience, next time he will not put the finger inside. Okay, precaution. That is second class of intelligence. And third class of intelligence is, in spite of seeing others' problem, not learning lesson, in spite of having self also, he tried attempt, he is not learned, okay, and continue to do the mistakes. So that is the third class intelligent people. So this is how the world, the characters of the peoples will be there. So Jivatmas are like that. So since we rebelled from Krishna, we came to this world and start struggling with that. So in spite of that, Paramatma still protects us. So the beautiful thing is so far I didn't understood the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is full of theory and all. But actually, when I go through this slokas and the power of the Krishna is, imagine you are some 30 years back. Okay, there is no Google, no pager, no phones. Okay, then those days also people travel from one place to other place. Okay. When a father sends his son to Delhi, okay, imagine that he has to go to Delhi and come back. Okay, on the way, he will give that this thing. A typical example, I myself can say that maybe before my 91, 92, I went to Singapore. My MD, he gave plan, Singapore plan. I didn't never even seen. Okay, he gave the full map and he have 3-4 booklets. Okay, one is road map will be there, the other one is all the location, cities, and also he'll say that what are the sightseeing place, which all the temples are available. So much of information will be there in the book. Correct? Where you will get food, what type of food you will get, okay, how much it will cost. So much of thing information is as good as you are physically present and experiencing it. Correct? Similarly, when earth was created by Krishna, he also gave the book Bhagavad Gita. He sent the Bhagavad Gita with the acharyas through the paramparas, he gave it. No, what is the beauty? He has given all the details, manual, it is manual, okay, you are going to Singapore, okay, this food if you eat, this good for you, this food is stale, if you eat it become more of ignorance, all story is given. It's as good as the route plan, tour plan of yours. See how beautiful that is. We never even anticipated that this book is going to take back. So the reason behind why he has to give, why my MD has to give all the information, so that after going that I will not last in Singapore. I will come back to office, correct, India. Similarly, the Krishna, why he sent Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam book with us is so that we will go back to garden. That is our original house. This is not our original house. This is a stopgap. Because of rebellions, we came here. We have to go back to them. Say like big acharyas, no? When Srimad Ramanujacharya, when he is departed last, his body, no? It's the last stage. All the disciples came and they were all crying. Okay, but Ramanuja was telling that, why you people are crying? I supposed to cry for you people because I am going back to my house. You people are really still struggling. Okay, you understand the difference? So the going back to home, back to God is the original house. Okay, here we are simply wasting our time doing all nonsenses. Okay, like three type of intelligence, the last nonsense we are doing it. We are in the stage of 2, 3, dropping, either we will jump here, there only, but we are not understanding the reality, what we are supposed to do. So that if we do properly, then we can. So Krishna has given the right message to us, we can go back to Krishna's palace. Because he is so much love and affection, he is caring about us. That's why he is given. So, because my MD is so much cared about me that I have to return back to India safely, he gave so much information. Similarly, we have to understand that Krishna is caring about us. We have to read these scriptures. So people now whimsically say that, okay, nowadays the situation is that earthly day, no? Okay, they celebrate earthly day and all. Different days are celebrated, thinking that, okay, by this day, that day, because they don't have any scriptures. What we are supposed to do, mountain day, something and all, they are celebrating it. So if they have the proper manual, proper book, scripture, if they read it, then they will do what they are supposed to do. Okay, they simply don't waste the time. The time, Kala, in this sloka, the time he has underlined it. So Kala is so important for us. Okay, if we, for a non, in Bhagavad Gita also it is, Prabhupada says it. For materialistic people, no, the sunrise and sunset is, they are losing the one day of their life, gone. It's a wasting of their life. So, but people who are in a Krishna conscious, who is doing service, for them it is not a waste. They are taking credit. It is like productivity. So every day, every time, the Kala, sunrise and sunset, so much of pious productivity they are creating by doing the Krishna service. So we have to think in that this is not a loss for us. So actually people think that, okay, I can do this, I can do that and all. Is it all are not happening? Because we also say that God, we propose it, God disposes it. There's a nice quote they will say that. Because Lord has a plan, okay? If you do what according to His plan, then it's sanctioned. If we do against the Lord's wish, then it's disposed only. So we will not succeed in that. So for that, what He wanted is by reading scriptures, by go through the Acharya's instructions, then we understand what He wanted. Instead of doing it, each person create his own ideas, his own projects, proposals, all they will do. Ultimately what happens, it's all problems only it end up into. So material world is not a happy place. We we go through so much of problems, sickness, Purana, we have that war, China, Soviet and Russia, Ukraine war is going on. So this situation will continue. But what we have to do is, we have to do our sadhana, Krishna, whatever Vanu says, we have to do the sadhanas and worship the Lord, develop that. With that, what happens, the external influence will not be there. We will be reviving the earth, what it lost its resource. So now the earth is weak, so it will regain the strength if whole world, everybody turn into a devotee. So we have to make devotees so that now it is all there. And coming back to the sevas, there's a simple short story about Prabhupada period. With that, we understand how seriously we have to do the service. So once Prabhupada meet one foreign Mataji, and he gave one simple service. When Rajabhoga goes, you have to arrange the plate and give it to Pujari. That's all her service. Somebody else is cooking, she has to arrange the plate and give it to them. So she was doing that menial small service rigorously without failure. Means not even one day she is not missing the service. And Prabhupada gave instruction, he traveling. This happened during Prabhupada period. Okay. And after some years, what happened is, one day the Mataji became old and she's tired of fatigue. So that Bhoga arranging room, generally the puja altar will be small, that cooking place will be small, even the arrangement between the things, setting in the place, all small, only they have so much of things. So the room was very tiny, and that day there is no current. She was, somebody gave the candle, and she kept the candle, and she has done the job and tired, she slept also. So after some time, what happened, the candle fell down and caught fire on her dress. So she was in the fire. She ran out of the room and jumped into the water, but it's all too late, because she was sleeping, not in conscious. Okay, they took her to hospital. She was declared 70% burnt out, and she was turned into coma stage. Okay, and the devotee heard about that. They went and do kirtan and all. In the coma stage also, in the last stage, she is telling in the bed, she is shouting, saying that Raj Bhoga time has come. You arrange the Bhoga like this many items should be there. Juices, this many juices. All she is now by heart, because she is routinely doing that service. It's a one service, continuously, repeatedly. So she knows number of juices, number of solid items, number of gravies, all she is repeating. All devotees were shocked. She was shouting, and afterwards she was telling the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, pronouncing it, she died. So devotees also did kirtan, and they cremated. After that, one of the devotee in that location, he traveled to another place where he met Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada recollects, he said that she went to Goloka. So the bottom line is, it is not that I have to be the big president of the temple, I am building 100 temples and all. I think you do a simple service which is heartfully, lovingly to the Krishna, not lustingly. Yesterday I was telling, there is a difference between love and lust. Goloka is love. Same thing transferred to earthly plant, earth is lust. The difference is, there we do as a service, we are the lording over the service. The difference, lust means lording over the service, or lording over that. Okay, it can be money, it can be property, it can be anything. We are doing it as service. Lording means, I want the name, fame, all that. Everybody has to glorify me. I have to the people, like it now different from politician, correct? Politician for materialist, his expectation, he is doing it. But here, Lord is supreme. We are serving him. So our service should please him, rather than I have to get the credit for that. Okay, I am a big man in this temple. Everybody should put garlands and welcome me, all the things. So we have to understand how the service should be that. So it should be loving, so that if you do perfectly what Prabhupada expects us to do, then naturally we will guarantee. Prabhupada clearly say that he went back to home, back to Godhead, that Mataji. So we'll also surely will go back to home, back to Godhead, provided we do each and every service with lovingly, not expecting the credit or result from Krishna, because Krishna has a master plan, knows what to do, and the execution of the project has to go as per his will. If you do again, then we'll be in troubles. Hare Krishna. Gantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Jai. So we covered about time, we covered about earthly conditions, we covered about the nature of service